Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you're here, that you joined the Rebirth Sessions. So today it's like all about energy, all right? It's like what is it that you are? Energy. You love energy, you could say. It's like, yes, that's what I am. I'm energy. I'm that. I'm love. But what is love? Love is energy. It is light, it is peace, joy, energy, energy. So that idea came to me, like love is energy, love as energy is a great idea. And I was reading in say Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, always saying the name not right, pronounce it not right, but you know who I'm talking about. That's the most important part. And one of his paragraphs in the Phenomena of Man, a book that he wrote with an amazing like compilation of whole evolutionary description into Homo illumina, from Homo sapiens to Homo illumina, in fact, the phenomena of man. So one of the things then is love as energy. And that's a lovely idea to me when I hear that as a title already. It's like that's very, very inspiring to me, because before you know it, you start to think of love as some kind of law, of some kind of almost like something that you have to do. Like there's a word for that. I can't bring it up now. It's like sort of agreement. Yeah, that's an agreement. Love is an agreement or anything like that. It's like, no, that's not what love is. Love is energy, is what you are, is expansion, is light. And so, yeah, how do you experience yourself like that? Are you experiencing yourself as energy, or as an expansion of energy? That's then the thing. If you recognize the truth of you, you suddenly start to experience yourself as energy, as an ever expanding energy that is completely connected to source. Like there's no end. Like there's no place where love is not. So it's the whole universe is energy. Thought is energy, and yeah. So the love of God is energy, and that is what you are. Well, we just give another word for it, like energy. What is energy? I don't know. Like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, but I can't really explain it. And I don't have to, of course. So now sometimes you feel energy moving through your system. Like you wanna dance, or you want to go somewhere, you want to do something. Like there's an impulse of activity. Something is moving you. Now this is a lovely idea in the relationship with what we're doing here. It's like the rebirth sessions. Sometimes you are moved to do things. There's a sudden inspiration to say something to someone, or to express yourself, or to totally turn inward, because in fact this energy is within you, and you can connect with it within, and you can shine it into your world, as long as there is one. You could say, if you bring this light into the world, it will move. It will literally bring into motion. It will bring emotion too. Like it cannot be ignored. So you can try, but that won't work either. So you bring this into your world, the light, the love. You bring it in. You give that, and you give that to your world, to yourself. See how energetic that is? So like that's what I feel when I'm sitting here and just expressing myself. It's like, that's energy, because it's like it's really like flowing through me in this moment. Like, yeah, wow. There's an endlessness to it. There's an infinity related to it, and that is, wow, it's overwhelming. So you either go with that, or you try to ignore it or resist it. But if you go with it, then you're in fact ignited by it, and allow that to happen to you too. Yeah, this is like the resistance to it would be what a human being does. It's like, okay, well, you're having a lot of fun. You see it as an observation. Well, great, good for you. Yeah, beautiful how you move. You do a really good job in moving. And I'm saying like, no, you're resisting it. Don't do that. You can just go with it. Go with it. Yeah, with it. Flow with it. It's just a reflection of your flow. It's just a reflection of your shining your light into this world, of giving that away, and feeling that is literally moving through you. It's not even you, not even your energy. No, it's the love of God flowing through you. So that is a start, you could say, a start that we see happening in this instant. So there's one life, and that I share with God. And there are not different kinds of life. No, there's one life, and this life is within me. And so, in order to to go deeply into this, and this is basically the request, is an invitation to become still. That's one thing, but also to express. Now, normally I prepare this, sending over some text to Michelle mostly, and then she will make a recording, and that works just like that. But now I want to do it a little different. So it's like I have the text of what I want to use in this meditation in English, but also in French. Now, I want to invite the ones that are here to actually participate in that. And see what happens when you do that. It's like you bring your own energy into this. Now, what is going to happen?
Mind can think it sleeps, but that is all. Cannot change what is its waking state. It cannot make a body, nor abide within a body. What is alien to the mind does not exist, because it has no source. For mind creates all things that are. It cannot give them attributes it lacks, nor change its own eternal mindful state. It cannot make the physical. What seems to die is but the sign of mind asleep.
Thank you. So now we continue in French.
L'esprit peut croire qu'il dort, mais c'est tout. Il ne peut pas changer son état de veille. Il ne peut pas créer un corps, ni demeurer dans un corps. Ce qui est étranger à l'esprit n'existe pas, car il n'a pas de source. Car l'esprit crée toutes choses qui sont et ne peut pas leur donner les attributs qui lui manquent, ni changer son propre état éternel de pleine conscience. Cela ne peut pas créer le physique. Ce qui semble mourir n'est que le signe d'un esprit endormi.
We share one life because we have one source, a source from which perfection comes to us, remaining always in the holy minds which He created perfect. As we were, so are we now, and will forever be. A sleeping mind must waken, as it sees its own perfection mirroring the Lord of life. So perfectly it fades into what is reflected there. And now it is no more a mere reflection. It becomes the thing reflected, and the light which makes reflection possible. No vision now is needed, for the awakened mind is one that knows its source, itself, its holiness.
Nous partageons une seule vie parce que nous avons une seule source, une source d'où la perfection nous vient, restant toujours dans les Saint-Esprits qu'il a créés parfaits. Ce que nous étions, nous le sommes maintenant et le serons pour toujours. Un esprit endormi doit se réveiller car il voit sa propre perfection reflétant si parfaitement le Seigneur de la vie qu'elle se fond dans ce qui s'y reflète. Et maintenant, ce n'est plus une simple réflexion. Il devient la chose réfléchie et la lumière qui rend la réflexion possible. Aucune vision n'est désormais nécessaire, car l'esprit éveillé est celui qui connaît sa source, son soi, sa sainteté.
The mind can think it sleeps, but that is all. It cannot change what is its which is its waking state. It cannot make a body, nor abide within a body. What is alien to the mind does not exist because it has no source. For mind creates all things that are and cannot give them attributes it lacks, nor change its own eternal mindful state. It cannot make the physical. What seems to die is but the sign of mind asleep.
L'esprit peut croire qu'il dort, mais c'est tout. Il ne peut pas changer son état de veille. Il ne peut pas créer un corps ni demeurer dans un corps. Ce qui est étranger à l'esprit n'existe pas, car il n'a pas de source. Car l'esprit crée toutes les choses qui sont et ne peut... excusez-moi. Car l'esprit crée toutes les choses qui sont et ne peut pas leur donner les attributs qui lui manquent, ni changer son propre état éternel de pleine conscience. Cela ne peut pas créer. Ce qui semble mourir n'est que le signe d'un esprit endormi.
We share one life because we have one source, a source from which perfection comes to us, remaining always in the holy minds that He created perfect. As we were, so are we now and will be forever. A sleeping mind must waken as it sees its own perfection, mirroring the Lord of life so perfectly, it fades into what is reflected there. And now it is no more a mere reflection. It becomes the thing reflected and the light which makes reflection possible. No vision now is needed, for the wakened mind is one that knows its source, itself, its holiness.
Nous partageons une seule vie parce que nous avons une seule source. Une source d'où la perfection nous vient. Restant toujours dans les Saint-Esprits qu'il a créés parfaits. Ce que nous étions, nous le sommes maintenant et le serons pour toujours. Un esprit endormi doit se réveiller, car il voit sa propre perfection reflétant si parfaitement le Seigneur de la vie qu'elle se fond dans ceux qui s'y reflètent. Et maintenant, ce n'est plus une simple réflexion. Il devient la chose réfléchie et la lumière qui rend la réflexion possible. Aucune vision n'est désormais nécessaire, car l'esprit éveillé est celui qui connaît sa source, son soi, sa sainteté.
Right, that's lovely. Thank you so much for your participation in this. So it has so much energy to feel it like this, to hear you share this. So lovely. So thank you for that. So love is energy, you could say. It becomes a little bit easier to feel how abstract, in fact, that is. Love is abstract. It's not concrete. So and I thought of another part that is, say, inherent in the idea of energy, is that you cannot feel energy tomorrow, or you cannot feel yesterday's energy. So it's always like, has everything to do with presence, with what is now. Are you being moved, yes or no? Are you feeling the energy or not? Is it just completely quiet? That's also an energy. Are you feeling moved to something or not? And it doesn't matter. It's like it's no good or bad in it. No, it's a representation of the energy in this moment. That is like what is, you could say. That is what is present, and that is your possibility to to actually experience it. So that's why it becomes, at least to me, it sounds like it is easier to accept the fact, like if you feel the energy or not. In fact, you already have an answer. You're like, no, I'm not moved to do this. No, I don't feel like doing that. I'm sitting right here. Or it's like, no, I'm not being moved to do anything. Great. Well, then don't. That's perfect. Like it goes beyond laws of man, because men would say like, well, you have to go and do this, or you have to, or you should, or at least you could, and all this. Like, no, in fact, all these terms like should, could, and have to and must should go out of the window, in fact, because it is like, well, it's represented in this moment. You feel the energy or not. It's like the answer is right there. It is not anything else. Sitting still, going within, having experiences is not something that you make. Like, it's going to be given to you. So that's so beautiful about this, to express it in terms of energy. And so easy, like you feel the energy flowing through you. You feel at ease, or you feel restless. Well, that's also a movement, you know? Is there good or bad in it? No, there's no good or bad in it. No, it is an energy. So it's like it's expressing itself through you. And so it's like it's a great way to look at the idea of what is actually moving you. And when is it moving you? It's moving you right now, or it does not. No, easy as that, you could say. That's easy. That's easy to stay aware of. And yeah, you pick up energies too. Like I just watched for, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so, some kind of football game, and you see there's energy too. It's like it's a big, huge amount of people come together to see, say, 24 people play with a ball. But there's a lot of energy related to it. Like it's amazing how that is, say, cooking up like a boiling pot, and it's all energy. So and you have to scream and you have to move and you have to do all kinds of things in order to express this energy, because you feel it. Like you can stay out of it, sure, but you can go in it too. So that is just, even in the human perspective, something that you are very sensitive for. You're very sensitive for energy. And that has a reason. Since you represent energy, it will resonate with you. Yeah, that's a nice word too. It's like it will resonate. You might call it interference, or you might call it disturbance, but it's definitely a resonation. There's something happening. If it doesn't resonate, you could say, there would be no movement at all. And you would become totally, in fact, non-responsive to that energy. But now you're responding to it, whether you like it or not. If I play a song that is just very gentle and very, say, calming, you feel that you sink down and relax back into your chair and you go like, oh yeah, lovely. And if the music is more activating, you start to maybe groove a little bit or move. So I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's just in relationship to the idea of love, which is what you are, recognizing that love is energy. Love is everything there is. So it's energy. And energy is everything there is. Not that we have to come up with a different word. It's just a possibility to see it in a different way and recognize it flowing through you. So that's really wonderful. So now, in one of the expressions that came to me this week, this last couple of days, is one poem. It's by a French poet, and to me it's an expression of celebration, what he's sharing, and I love to share that with you and actually watch what came out of that. And this is more like finding yourself moving, finding yourself dancing suddenly. Like, yeah, you gave it everything. You connected all the dots. You connected every tower with one another. You made it all one. You made your guirlands, like put them between the windows. You did everything you could to connect, to see the connection, and suddenly you find yourself dancing. And I thought that was a really beautiful metaphor for awakening, for recognizing the truth of you, literally by including everything in and letting it all be one. It became whole in your mind. So now here's then the thing, is like, by your willingness, by your attempt to do this, you are successful. Like, by your willingness to do that, you are successful. By you being open, not to judge. By you being willing to learn not to do this or do that, but to become open and receptive. By your attempt to do that, you are successful. It will become successful, and it was successful. Like, you succeeded. So that's what came to me in this poem, in this composition. So I connected a dance with it, and not that I was dancing, I wish, but no. So anyway, I made the music. Well, yeah, the music came to me. I can say like I made the music, but it's like this is just happening. You have no idea how that goes. It's like so beautiful. It just happens. It's literally like, wow, here's that energy. Woo. This is so gentle and so out of this world altogether. And it's just given. So it's received. It's given, it's received. I was the receiver of that in that moment, and I gave that away. So it is the same thing as giving and receiving are the same. Like there's no difference between that. It's all energy. You see, it's like it would be the same as like yeah, I don't know. I don't have an example. But we're just going to listen to this now. All right. So, but I first want to show you the poem. J'ai tendu des corps de cloches à cloche, des guirlandes de fenêtre à fenêtre, des chaînes d'or, d'étoile à étoile, et je danse. My best French. I have stretched ropes from bell tower to bell tower, garlands from window to window, golden chains from star to star, and I dance. So it's all energy. It's all energy. So thank you so much for joining so far. We continue now with the expressions of the ones that are here in the non-public part. And so let's see how that goes.